Menu narration set to 100.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Come on, baby, get excited. Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Please welcome AFC South champions, Houston
On the visitor's sideline, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys came up short their last time out, trying to get back in the win column here. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he won't quite make it to the 25. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, offensive player of the week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
Able to avoid him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got to 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
Now Allen. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Inside give to Davis. A look there at how Davis did a week ago. 21 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. You got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
They go back to the ground now with Davis. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about where one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 3rd and 9.
Now Allen. Flushed out right. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And folks, kick is good.
And the Bills' opening drive yields 3.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
That's the ratio you say you're okay with,
If
right?
you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. 2nd down and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Texans at 9-1 on the year. They coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Stroud to throw it.
That's complete. It's Collins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
He's got him in, complete. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bills' offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their second possession. And he's been one of the main focal points of this unit throughout the season, no doubt. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL in terms of receptions by a wideout.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Here's 3rd and 3.
Complete to Dalton Kincaid. A gain of 4. And it's
to throw, it's Allen.
He's going to get that.
Johnson, it's poke free. Football's out.
And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Inside handoff to Mixon.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Oh, and
Once again, they run with Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
here we go.
Now Stroud.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
A beautiful fake.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To the air, Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Allen.
This to the tight end, Kincaid.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here's 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Elijah Moore.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bills have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Nick Folk for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Here we go.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Stroud. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. A final shot before half for Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And this will be a Texans first down as he gets this up past the 30. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Mixon with a first down carry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Stroud. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
3. On the
And Stroud now to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Stroud out of the gun here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Swap. Another swap. Good.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll complete this one to Collins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Screenplay, Johnson. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. That one out wide and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now. And
you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is going to have the Texans first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Stroud. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Stroud. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On the 3, right?
Hand off right side to Pierce. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Texans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Allen going to throw. Has his man, it's Shakir. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Here we go.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw it. Got his man, Dell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Pierce now up the middle. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. They juked him. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bills going to take over again on offense. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
To the right side and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bills' 45-yard line.
Oh, right.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
That's good for a Texans first down. First and 10 at the 33.
They'll go play action here with Stroud. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run the full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here goes Stroud again.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these
hammering for the goal line, he loses the football.
And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have, where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Pass complete to Shakir along the sideline. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Texans, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the...
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's so tight. Here we go. It's tricky to rock.